What's going on, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Darian Jarrett, and exactly 3 years ago, my wife and I made the biggest decision of our lives, and that is selling everything we could, packing up the rest, and moving our family and cleaning business down to Jacksonville, Florida from Arkansas. Moved down here just on faith pretty much, had no real big contracts, no connections. We didn't know anybody down here, but we have officially hit that 3-year mark, and I want to share with you some of my biggest lessons. But before we get into that, I do want to let you guys know about the sponsor of this video, and that is Bizee. This is actually the exact company that I use to form my LLC, get my EIN number, operating agreement, all that good stuff when I first moved down here. I'm gonna let you know, when I first came down here, just to see if I wanted to actually make this move, I got out here on foot, went door to door using what I teach, the FACE method, right? I'm meeting people, shaking hands, doing walkthroughs, stuff like that. When I got an office manager to commit to like, yeah, we're gonna use y'all, that's when I was like, all right, I need to go form my LLC, all that good stuff, because I was pretty much just promoting my Arkansas business down here just to see if I could get something, right? I simply went to Bizee.com. You can go to the link in the description of this video and form your LLC, get all that stuff started, and you can do it totally for free. All you got to do is pay your state filing fee, right? That's exactly what I did when I moved down here. But that leads me to my very first lesson, and that is speed. Speed is the cheat code, right? Speed has been one of my #1 keys to success down here. One of the lessons that I've learned is you don't necessarily got to be perfect. You don't got to be the best cleaning company in the area or whatever, right? But if you can resolve problems quickly, you communicate quickly, you get back with the client quickly, right? If you get an email inquiry or an inquiry on your website, you immediately call this person back. You get the proposal back to them quickly, right? That stuff really matters and it sticks to them. I recently had someone vouch for me inside of this large healthcare network for another job. And that lady, out of all the things she could have said, she said, I use this company for several of my buildings. They are really good and they are always quick to resolve issues when they arise or something like that. And that really stood out to me, right? Because that let me know that one of the reasons that she appreciates working with us is the fact that speed, we're quick. If something happens, we immediately getting on top of it, right? This is the same lady that we had to deal with theft in one of the buildings, right? Someone stole something. I immediately let that person go. We got somebody else in there. We immediately got the codes changed, got the keys back. She really appreciated that. And honestly, this is exactly how you build a quote unquote good reputation in a new city or whatever it is, because you don't necessarily build a reputation when things are going right. You build a good reputation when things go wrong and how fast you fix it, right? So keep that in mind. When something happens and you are quick to fix it, take accountability and make something right, man, people really remember that. So anyway, let's get into the next one. Another really big lesson that I've learned over the past 3 years, and probably the most meaningful, because this whole business is not even a business. It doesn't run without this key component, which is the people, right? The people you bring in your business, your partners, your team members. It is really important, right? People really can make or break your business. I have to say this, y'all. You can have the biggest, best contracts. You can have the best systems in the world, the best equipment in the world, whatever it is. But if you do not have the right people to operate and actually run these processes and make this happen, then you have nothing. That's just been one of the biggest for me, right? And don't listen to people when they say it's hard to find good people. That is not true. There are plenty of good people out here in the world, wherever you are, I promise you. So pray for your people, right? Understand that they're out there and you will notice them when you see them, right? And just get on Indeed, get on Facebook, make some job posts, you will find your people, right? The next lesson on the list that I have for you is probably the one that changed everything for me, quite literally, because if I didn't get in the room, I would have never got my first contract out here. So that is to get in the room. I say this all the time, but it's because it really does matter, right? And it don't matter what room it is. Even if you feel like you don't necessarily belong there or you're not qualified to be in that room or whatever it is, just get in the room and have conversations with people. I'll say this, I've joined mentorship programs that I just heard about from being in a room with some people. That's going to your local chamber of commerce. You don't even necessarily have to be a member to join these particular groups or be in these particular, what is it called, networking events. That's also going to eventbrite.com and searching networking groups near me or entrepreneurship workshops or whatever there is, seminars near me or in my area. That has been what's been helping me as far as just how I've grown my network, how I've met people, how I've been able to learn what's happening. You have to get out of your room and get in other rooms. Also, another big key lesson that is somewhat tied to getting in the room is looking up your local janitorial supply stores in your area and just going to each one of them, buying stuff here and there, speaking with the salesperson, and also asking them if they have workshops or do they do any trainings or whatever like that. I had a question or comment on one of my videos where somebody asked me, do I have a recommendation for or a suggestion for where to do in-depth trainings, hands-on stuff like that. And my immediate response was, go to your local janitorial supply store, especially like the OG ones, the ones that's been there for 30 years, 40 years or whatever. Go to them. I guarantee you somebody in there know of workshops. They probably host their own workshops. They do hands-on training. A lot of them have big old showrooms where they will allow you to train with the special vacuum, the floor scrubber, all that good stuff. And you can get hands-on training just like that. And also, that's a great place to network too, because there's a lot of different business owners and operations managers or whatever coming in and out of that place literally every single hour. And so that's how I found people, right? So if I were to sum up these last 3 years, right, I would really just tell you to start, move fast, right? Move while you're inspired, while the idea is there. Go ahead and get it done. Start with Bizee, link in the description, right? Get your LLC formed, get your EIN number, talk to people, tell them about what you got going on. And also too, y'all, anybody who has had any sort of success in business, and this is one thing that I've had to learn the hard way, is anybody who has done this and they've made it to a certain point that like they could sell their business or they've grown to, $50,000, $100,000 a month, all that good stuff, is they have teams, they have people. Focus on finding good people. And now I'm talking about not just cleaners, but that is accountants, people that help you with your books, a CPA, them kind of people to help you with your website, people to help you with some sort of marketing, if that's not your strong suit, right? People to help you out, people to lean on. That's been my biggest lessons. And I really hope this was valuable for you. If it was, let me know your most valuable takeaway from this video. And also, if you want to hear the full story of how I actually moved down here, click that video right there. That's pretty much the 1 year update I did 2 years ago. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.